You already know what it is. This your boy Foolish with the morning heat. And in the studio, we got one of God's true MCs, man. I'm a fan. And you know what? If you don't know anything about this brother, you about to find out the realest. Y'all give it up. LeCrae is in the studio. Make some noise.
What's happening? It's always a pleasure.
Hey, man, it's always a pleasure, man, for Detroit to have some real MCs in the building, man. Now, LeCrae, in 3 words.
Yeah.
3 words.
Yeah.
Describe yourself.
3 words. Authentically hip hop. And that's 2 words. Real.
See how hard it is? You can ask anybody in 3 words to explain themselves, and it's hard because you know what? It's so much to your life when you living like how you living, man.
Yeah, that's true.
And 3 words really don't explain it, but I'll tell you 3 words I saw. Confident, full of love of life, and very educated.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Now, you being from Houston, tell us about how them streets was, man, coming up before you got to being a real godly MC.
Yeah, you know, for me, part of it too is I lived a lot of different places, so we moved around a bit. So you always had to, you know, kind of get a new crew, stand your ground, and kind of learn your surroundings all the time. And so for me, it was a lot of just trying to, you know, get my bearings. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I grew up having a lot of family members and friends in the community who were strong, real heavy into the gang life. And you know, I had a single mother who was fighting her hardest to keep me, you know, out of having to deal with all those things. But it just, for me, I just could not. Even though I knew better, it was something about that allure was having those male role models who was wrapped up in the street that just had me saying, man, I just want to be like these guys. I just want to do what they're doing.
That, you know, that goes back to one of your songs. That's like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking about, you know, I wanted to be just like you.
Yeah,
you know, my father left when I was 4 years old, heroin addict, and I understood at a young age that I was put in a place to still be a man of this household. Right. You know, how do you tell somebody out there that's put in this situation at a young age that they got to be a man? How did you learn to be a man without the father figure there?
Man, you know, it's kind of crazy because I took a lot of cues from listening to Tupac and listening to Ice Cube. My uncle would leave me, you know, like you know, mixtapes and stuff like that, and I would listen to some of these dudes, and they was kicking little gems every so often, and I would pick some of that up. But it really was a long process, and I probably didn't catch on to what it really meant to be a man until way later in life, you know, as opposed to somebody who grew up having their father around them all the time. And so it was really some of the hard knocks and having to be responsible and having to take care of my own stuff and just kind of like leaving the house and being on my own. A lot of that, you know, took precedence. And, you know, I stayed home by myself from elementary school until.
Now, grandmother, I'm a grandmama's baby right here. Because, you know, while the moms was out working, grandma was always that warm heart that always gave me knowledge. And she was a churchgoer. Me and you got so much in common, man. Your life story, to me, let's start at the point to where the truck was flipping.
Oh, man.
And the glass was stuck in your arm.
Yeah. I had, it's called like a trouble weekend. You know, I had gotten into a fight, got my eye split open, and was in the hospital getting stitched up. You know, went out, got drunk, didn't go to work the next day. Was like, man, I ain't going to work. Went to go pick up this girl, and I think on my way home, I missed my exit, and you know, I was going through a whole bunch of stuff, and I was like, let me catch my exit real quick. I'm drunk, probably high. I don't remember.
Right.
And I missed my exit, and my car just flipped. I mean, it's just on the highway, rolling over lane after lane after lane. It's amazing. No semi-truck just came and smacked me, and it rolled off the highway, off onto the exit ramp. And you know, and I didn't have on a seatbelt. And I when I got out the car, I climbed out the side of the car, and it was my glasses were molded into the windshield, and I had not a cut on my body. Wow. And that was a big moment for me. Like, okay. Like, Lord, I know I should be dead right now.
See what I'm saying? I had the same type of moment.
Wow.
Same instance. High, maybe even drunk.
Yeah.
Ended up running into something, and it took me out. Left me in a coma for 2 days. Went into the hospital as John Doe.
Wow.
Because my name Foolish wasn't established yet to where they knew who I was till now. But I felt so much when I heard your story. I said, I want to make people really know that you can go through something like this, understand where God got you, and then have a message right afterwards. Like, you quit everything you was doing. The thug life, the drug life, the party life, to say, I need to do something that God is telling me. How did you feel, man, knowing that this blessing just came out of nowhere on you like that?
Yeah, you know, initially it's kind of like, man, I know something has to change. So what I did initially was I just let go of everything that I felt was negative and everything that was hindering me from really deepening my relationship with God.
Friends?
Yeah, whatever it took. At that point in time, my friends thought I lost my mind. They was like, man, you done lost your mind. You done turned into Frederick Douglass. I was like, listen, bro, I don't. Listen,
hey, yo, that's funny how they throw old Frederick Douglass. What did you talk about? Now, what year was this?
Man, it's like, what, 02, 03.
See what I'm saying? You talking about Frederick Douglass, and these times now, you know, are totally different. But at the same time, you want to put us in an old frame of mind, which I think life has a way of programming us like that. Now, I got one big question for you, because to me, this is what simplifies you as a person. What mood are you trying to put the world in with this new album, Anomaly?
What mood? I mean, I think inspiring, but sober. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, and then when I say sober, I mean like, just, are you thinking about what's going on around you? Like, are you? Because a lot of times I think we just, you know, life is hard for a lot of us. Life is hard, and we can't, if we can't afford to take a vacation, then we'll just take a vacation by like avoiding our problems. We'll go to the club, get drunk, and pretend like everything's all good. But sometimes we need to face our issues and face the problems and face these circumstances. And so I just want us to face them, but then make it through the other side. So I want to inspire people to get to the other side of some of the hardships that we face in this life.
That's the real, man. Because you know what? I never knew that we would be facing Ebola. We would be facing ISIS.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We would be facing different drugs, man-made, that kids will be attracted to using that could kill them.
Right.
Then adults saying, I don't even give a care about the kids no more.
Right. Yeah.
And then you got people saying, I want to kill the future. Yeah. So when you come to a LeCrae concert and you got all these problems boiled up in life, do you say, LeCrae, help me out? Do you say, music, help me out? Or do you say, God, help me out?
Wow.
When you face with that right there, when a person comes to you, how do you feel?
Man, it's a beautiful thing and a challenging thing at the same time, because I'm a person just like they are, and I go through the same things that everybody else goes through. But it's a matter of, you know, but I know who can help. You know what I mean? And I may not have all the answers, but I can point you to somebody who will. And so that's
the real. In other words, you're not looking for the offering, like you know, offering tray passes when you get your.
No, this ain't the rapping pastor over here. Don't get it twisted.
Now I noticed. You know, you went on that platform. You went political.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You talked about how Al Sharpton doesn't speak for you, Jesse Jackson doesn't speak for you. Right. So how do you feel about the political aspect of life?
I think that a lot of times we're so ill-informed and uninformed that we don't realize the power that we have as a people. And politically, like, we make a difference. And, you know, the government was initially created for the people, by the people, not to control the people. Like, we're supposed to control the government, and I think we have forgotten that. And so I'm more about the people really living out what this country is supposed to be about, and us understanding the power that we have to change the society that we live in.
There it is. Yeah. Favorite song on Anomaly, the new album?
Right now, probably Welcome to America.
Why is that?
Production-wise, it's just good production.
I know it's the beats. I've watched your career change so much because they start feeding you doper beats.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? From the first track, you know, you have to say to yourself, all right, yeah, the lyrics. Because to me, every time, the lyrics be stronger than the tracks. But now you with more dope tracks. And when I say dope, it's kind of almost crossing into just regular hip-hop. Like, you can't say this is Christian hip-hop. I don't say that when I listen to you or I tell somebody about your music.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because it separates you from being criticized and judged as a Christian rapper.
Yeah, it does. It allows people to just absorb the music as music and not just have this preconceived idea of what you're about to hear. It's like, no, I don't want to hear. You don't know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? So
now, could you see yourself performing with artists like, say, Jay-Z, Rich Homie Quan, Big Sean, doing a song?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's all about the content of the song. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like, if we're gonna talk about real things, I'm down with talking about real things. We got 20 million songs about money. I don't need to do another song about money.
Say that.
You know what I'm saying? So, but let's do another Keep Your Head Up. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty other things we can talk about. You know.
If you ain't got the album, you need to cop it. Anomaly, every album he got. Hold on, let me roll down every album. Rehab, Church Clothes 2, Rebel, Gravity. You better grab it up. LeCrae, tell them your website, man, where they can reach you and find everything.
LeCrae, LeCrae, man. Come holler at me. You know what I mean? Just Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. LeCrae. Scream at me.
There it is, man. I'm going to pray for you and the family, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Keep Detroit in your heart, man.
Indeed, indeed. It's like home. I love it.
There it is. Morning Heat right here on Hot 107.5. We the business.